I always mess
Because
it
we
up.
just get in deep conversation.
Right. Like during the
DC.
DC rolling those charm stats.
It
When
got
you got it
too
fluent.
So warm.
it got
DC's
too
like-
hot for me. Yeah, I had to.
We all had to take
Wait,
off our
really?
pelts.
Wait, everybody.
It's too hot.
No,
If I
keep yours
just
on,
wear the
Josh.
shirt, I look like a preacher.
Somebody's got to commit.
Oh my god.
I can't
it's
see.
so perfect. You can't hear it. Oh my god. I just turned around. She's just precious. God, I love her.
Your cat?
Amen. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was a
she's
cat
still
or a
muted.
dog.
My head's too big for this shit.
Perfect.
Been there, done that, right?
Very true.
Boom.
Okay. So
Oh no, that's in my eye. Nope.
I don't know how you've managed to get it right.
I'm never gonna get it right again, friends. I can't. Oh, never mind. That's fine. It's good enough. We're here.
Good enough for government work.
Yep.
So Keith decides to help you guys. And he's kind of like, he hands you back 2 of the invitations, Clark. And he's like, you notice him sitting there kind of like inspecting one, holding it up to the light. I think our best bet might be trying to forge it.
You can do that?
The wax seal, yeah. It's the handwriting that's the hard part.
I mean, how many of these tickets do they give out? I mean, it seems like maybe we could.
Take them from someone.
We can't do that.
I mean, but what if we could just convince them to let us in, right? Like, you've got a ticket. The rest of us were all together when we went to the costume contest. Like, they're not going to let a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old go in by themselves. They need some sort of chaperone. And I could be Peggy's chaperone, and Clark is like Melissa's big brother.
Yeah.
We can get letters from our parents.
Are you sure about that?
Well,
Because I don't know if you noticed, but my mom is AFK 24/7.
you can get one from Dr. Ronnie. They don't know your parents' handwriting.
Or what about Linda?
Yeah,
Like,
I could. I just don't know if she would take this seriously, or if she'd think it was another, makeup game.
Well, you don't have to tell her anything other than that you need a chaperone to go.
right. And I mean, she saw you win the. But what
Actually,
if?
that's a
wait,
good point.
But
That's
what
a
if?
good point.
What if we bring that up and then she suggests that she be the chaperone? Then everything's shot.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
maybe we do get Dr. Ronnie to do it. Because Dr. Ronnie, he knows the truth. He'll let us go
Right.
back. Get information.
I think
Why don't
that's
I
a good
just do
idea.
it?
I think that's also a good idea.
Oh, yeah, you could write it. You have adult handwriting, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're
I
what,
mean,
18?
What do you think is running this? It's not going to be your school. It's probably some company goons. You could probably write it. They wouldn't know.
It's true.
Right.
Question is if they'll honor it. This one has it handwritten on it. The other 2 don't.
Wait, let me see that. So there's a difference between the tickets.
Yeah, because remember he hand wrote on one of them to
Oh,
admit.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that all 4 of you could go. But that still leaves you with 1 short.
Mhm.
If anything, they'll probably question that. If this guy's signature is even worth anything.
Yeah.
They're probably going to ask why the other chaperone ticket doesn't have it on there.
You're
And if
right.
they- And if they see us at the front and we don't get in, then it's really going to stick out if we get inside some other way.
So we have to convince them.
Or we have to get in without them seeing us. Maybe this mansion's been around for a while. Maybe there's something that we can look up in the library to see the property records. There could be maybe there's a way that we would be able to sneak in. And then if we're in costume and they know that they're the contest winners anyway, nobody's gonna, who would ask questions by the time we got in if they're seeing Van Helsing and Dracula from the competition? You're gonna be so excited that nobody would think to kick us out.
So it's just a
Honestly,
matter of
I don't think
in.
they'd even let the kids in without chaperones, right?
Right. So we'd have to be there.
What if I just cried if they said no?
That could work.
That's worked in the past.
Sometimes I do that when Papa doesn't give me a second slice of Ezekiel bread. And then he always gives me a second slice.
I feel like I would cry in the opposite situation.
We're gonna,
that's okay.
About getting
Some of us are stronger than others.
It's just
I've heard Ezekiel bread helps your pull-up game.
Yeah, I'm definitely deflecting that over to Clark, where I'm just
yep.
Okay. So
I think you could probably. I feel like Melissa should have a weapon made out of Ezekiel bread.
That's what's on the end. The
All
end
I'm
of
thinking,
like an Ezekiel bread hammer.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking is Dragon Prince. This bread is A-grade weapon quality.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
We can,
so yeah,
charm our way in, right?
Yeah, it sounds like we can take the direct route, and we'll have to do your makeup again. So Linda will have to know.
Exactly.
But don't tell her that you need a chaperone. Because if she thinks that she should be the chaperone, then we're screwed.
No
If it were
adults
me,
allowed.
I would not tell her you're going to a party at all. I'd say you're getting a tour, a historic tour.
And
that's a good idea.
We only have 3 of us, and that maybe she should write on the back just as an extra little backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That doesn't work. We cry and empathize and do the kid thing.
Yeah.
Get some tear jerkers. Sounds good.
I'm ready to be Van Helsing again.
Did you like the stubble?
It was rugged.
For the record, you don't have to go in costume. It is like a gala. It's up to you.
Oh, man, in that case.
No, we're definitely going in costume.
Only if Linda wants to, honestly.
But yeah, we have to ask Linda, but the charm, I'm trying not to use the terms that are directly tied to things on the character sheet.
The 6s we need to roll. All right.
But how it's going to be easier to convince them to let us in or to not kick us out if people are having a good time because they remember your costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if y'all are wearing costumes, this leads to, I want us to go to Dr. Ronnie's and get some gear.
I was about to ask, if you guys want me to do some last minute tinkering, you could give me an idea.
And we could use a new set of pods too.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm thinking this would be a real good time to have something like a stink bomb and smoke bombs. Because once, either if we're helping or if we're being a distraction, Keith needs to be able to get out of there with that painting without anybody.
Peggy flashes back to the whole school being air bomb.
Yeah, but those I don't know, those capsules that Dr. Rani made, those worked out real well when they showed up.
I think mine are better. They cleared out a whole school after all.
Well, we
Yeah,
could use
but
both.
those were yeah. There's no reason not have both. All right, so why don't we do that? When is Bronze? When? How far is is it next weekend?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got all week.
Yeah. We can
Okay.
fast forward a little bit here and there too if you want to be like,
Yeah.
oh, and when did we
Montage?
want to do this? Yeah. Yeah. We
Oh,
can
a
montage.
montage.
Yeah. And we'll say you can, we'll say that you can take, let's see, 'cause it's on Saturday night. So you can take 5 actions, 1 for each school day, and determine like how you want to do this.
Cool.
And they'll each help
Impressive.
you. They'll make things easier or harder for you to get in.
What part of town is the gala at?
The gala is in what's called Old Galt. There's like an old water tower there, and it's in like an old part of town.
Okay.
Malone, you want to check out
Yep.
I was thinking on a player level that if it's an old house that had a bunch of gambling going on, that maybe this was even like a prohibition era.
Oh
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Little side entrances and
So
stuff.
So there's probably some secret places to get in and get out if you could get any information on that.
Yeah. Let's start with that if we're done with the scene with Keith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I figure first day I'm gonna go to the library and start tearing through a bunch of books. And I think this also probably ties into my pride of knowing Galt's history.
Yeah, for sure. So you get a bonus die on it. Go ahead and give me a comprehend check. Because the
Okay.
information's there. So I won't make you roll investigate because obviously the info is going to be there. It's just going to be how well does your teenage brain understand the information in front of you.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I
All right.
actually had a success.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that, you are sure enough do hear that there's like, while you're looking through a lot of these permits and the paperwork, you do see that there is a work order put in, and it's for a fountain that's nearby that at one point had a sort of entrance into a tunnel that led all the way 2 blocks under into the basement of this house.
Whoa.
But it was considered dangerous and then barred off. You find like a work order for it, a city permit.
So we could probably go and investigate that before
Yeah.
Saturday to see if there's a way to get in.
See if you need bolt cutters or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you get that piece of information. The other
Great.
piece of information you get is obviously that there is a basement and that there is a sort of storm door leading down to it from the back side of the house. You find that out because at one point there was a flood and they had to, what is it called? The sump pump or whatever. They had to pump water out of the basement, and there's like a little order for that in there because then they had to have people come in and make sure that the basement was safe for habitation and was mold free. So that was a work order that went in or whatever, city permit was signed. And then the other one, the third piece of information that you get is that essentially the house was up for auction for a small amount of time and was then almost immediately acquired by Maddie's family. And then the deed was signed over to the Masterson house. But you also find that during this time, there's like this one little news article, this obscure news article that talks about weird readings people were getting on their radios and stuff while going by the house. There's like a weird article you stumble upon in one of like the Dr. Ronnie-esque papers that talks about how compasses were being thrown off while in the proximity of the house. Radios were kind of going haywire. and random transmissions and signals like that. And that they were doing research on it around the time that the house was privately acquired.
Okay.
There's like
So-
lots of old stories about ghosts being in the house and that throwing the readings off and things like that.
Wow. Oh, okay. So I'll definitely come back to the group. Like, okay, you will not believe what I found out. The libraries, support your local libraries, folks. Yeah, so first off, there's like a tunnel from blocks away, the fountain down on like Pilner Square.
Yeah, try to do tricks off of it sometimes. Why?
Yeah, so apparently there's like a doorway or something. There's some sort of access from there that leads to the basement of the mansion. So I don't know where it is, but I figure we should probably go check that out because it could provide us. Maybe it provides us a way in. It could also maybe provide us a way out. So that's interesting. Also, there's some weird. Apparently, like if there's weird stuff that's going on there now, it's been going on for a while. Like there's this news article where there were these strange, like people would drive by and their compasses wouldn't work. And like people thought it was haunted by ghosts. So whatever this like research is that they're doing or whatever, they've probably been doing it a while.
It's the devil.
I mean, if it's the devil, then you got to go purify it, right?
I'm not walking into the devil's basement to go splash some holy. That's scary.
You don't have to go.
We'll be there with you. That's all right. That's what we do. We do this as a team.
Right.
So,
Kinda.
one thing that I want to do
Mhm.
is I want to work with a combination of my grandma and Batman over here
Mhm.
to get Keith a bandit outfit, like a tuxedo mask, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm thinking like if he's committing a crime, we don't want anyone to see his face. And Clark has watched a lot of movies and secretly watches Sailor Moon, and is like, he's tuxedo mask. We can throw the smoke bombs and everything and have this.
So you're thinking like
tuxedo mask,
a masquerade,
but you
style
didn't do
mask?
anything.
Yeah, like basically Persona 5 for this 18, 19-year-old.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You'll never see it. No, it's
Go
I'll
ahead.
start slipping and sliding on this floor.
not.
Go ahead and roll your. Let's see. I'm gonna have you help. She'd definitely help you do it. It would just be a matter of she's gonna ask you to do a couple of the things because this is short notice and you're asking her to do a lot. So she'll make the mask and she'll do the sewing, but she might ask you to do the paint job.
Okay.
Can you roll a, let's see, a tinkering check?
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
All right. Skateboard's not helping me today.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can help and that'll add another die.
All right.
Maybe we should all help.
I'll do so.
Okay.
Try tinkering.
I'll
Oh, it's
do it.
1.
I can do
I
it.
have 3
right?
tinker.
Oh wait, it didn't add my
Plus
my
5.
tech. Wait,
Wait,
I'm supposed to have 2 dice.
Do you have a condition?
I don't. It's not.
no,
reading
it just
my-
didn't factor the tech.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just up it and do 2 dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because do you have any tech?
I had 1.
Tech feels like a weird one for this, though.
This is home ec.
Yeah,
He knows his tech decks.
Because
All
I feel
right,
like it would
Those
be
are
more.
things that might
kicking
be
off
mine.
the show.
Yeah, I feel like it would be more instead of like your tech with Tinker. Why don't you go ahead and add your body modification? Because I feel like this is more dexterity driven than it is technical.
That's lovely.
Yeah, so go ahead and add. I mean, your tinker is still 0, but go ahead and add your body and tinker instead of tech and tinker. I'm going to bend the rules there because I don't feel like this is like you're assembling a piece of machinery, which is what I kind of think tinker is. I think it's more of like how good is your hand-eye coordination? Can you color within the lines?
Okay, so I'm gonna see.
Can you color within the lines though?
Yes.
Nope.
So that'd be
Clark
6.
can't. No.
I'm gonna
Did
use
you
a
get
luck point.
Did you get the bonus die? Did you add your bonus die?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use a luck point because that's 6 dice. That's a. Come on now. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. So you
There we
do
go.
manage to make Keith a very like good-looking masquerade mask. He will definitely blend in at the party.
Cool.
Is anyone else going to be wearing masks at this gala?
Yeah, there's gonna
I
be
think-
some people
Okay.
in masks, some people in witch hats. It's gonna be like
Okay.
yeah.
It's kind of
We
like a
can-
mix and choose your own adventure costume party.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of
Okay.
it's like a bougie masquerade bala gall.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Got
sense.
that
Lala.
bottle
We're going
of
to
that
steal.
Oh my
Their hearts.
god.
your heart.
Do you see him looking mad at you right now?
I got a little bit of JoJo's in me.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's-
bless
You have 3 actions left.
I don't know if this counts as an action, but I would imagine that I've got at least a pair of walkie-talkies at home,
Yeah.
and I feel like we should definitely bring those.
Yeah. No, I could believe that for sure.
Okay.
I want to try to, because there was a talk about the radio signal, right? Getting all crispy.
Yeah.
I want Peggy to try to factor into that. Try to understand what exactly is being broadcasted or what is causing the interference.
Okay. So are you going to go down there like near like on that block a few days ahead of time?
I'll probably walk down and then I'll use my telescope to try to see if there's any like secret radio towers or something like that.
Okay.
Could I help you? Like maybe we take the walkie-talkies and I get like kind of closer and you can tell me if there's like stuff I can look for or whatever.
That's a good point.
Melissa wants to go just to porthole.
That and you have walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
That might come into play as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So, do you think
Well,
that would be
so-
investigate?
Well, I could tell you right now, especially like with your telescope and that being your iconic item, you don't see any broadcast towers in the vicinity of the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I will roll normally.
Mhm.
With investigate, right?
Yes.
Hoya!
Okay. So, sure
Woo!
enough, after tuning your radios or your walkie-talkies repeatedly to different frequencies, these are the nice kind that have frequencies.
Them channels.
Yeah.
FM.
You do catch some weird noise on one of them. Like it goes from like
Huh.
a as you're going through the different channels to
Okay.
like just weird high pitched
Like that.
whining sounds. Yeah.
Like a weird tone. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think that could be, Peggy?
Feedback? No.
Maybe if we take a note of the channel, we can cross-reference it with some of the radio station registrations in the area.
That's a good idea.
Maybe there's a maybe
when,
there's like a
when did it start? Maybe.
Might be worth checking out.
Okay. And then from there, I don't know. I asked Delta, do you want any secret hero tools that I can craft up? We do have the junkyard, so I got lots of scrap.
Oh, that's true. We've definitely got.
You have
Well,
your signature slinger.
I was going to say, definitely bringing the slinger with me. We should.
'Cause I don't know if we'll find more zombies there or if we'll have to
Right.
deal
Well-
with some company mooks.
You think? And do you think you'll be able to make more of those smoke bombs? Because like Clark said, we want to make sure that if we need to provide an exit for at least for Keith, that we can do that.
I might be able to, but I would have to get permission from not only the school but my mom, who has to sign a slip still.
But I mean, maybe you could put something together at Dr. Ronnie's lab.
Dr. Ronnie has some sulfur lying around,
Yeah,
as well as a
Yep.
compounded elastic material that can easily be projected and then burst.
and just like kind of look at myself like I don't think that's an unreasonable assumption, but apparently it is.
Maybe right next
Damn,
to
Peggy.
his aromatic.
Casual.
Yes,
Casual.
Okay. Well,
Dr. Ronnie is many
Since-
things. A
since it-
chemist, he is not.
right. So since it sounds like he doesn't have those things, is there something that we could maybe create that would provide a good distraction that you could make at Dr. Ronnie's lab? I mean, like, what about those pellets that like made that bright light flash? Could you do something like that?
That's usually fashioned with the right setup.
I mean, that might not be too different from the stuff that you put together for that big floodlight that we had.
What
When
I'm
we were
thinking
going through
is,
the
are we
forest.
preparing for a fight or are we preparing to run?
There are a lot of innocent people there. Like, and the
Are you
last time,
Sure about that.
well, some of them are. We should probably assume that they are until we find out otherwise. Who knows what the Mastersons are tied up in, but like this gala gets put on every year. Like there are probably people, just people who end up going to this too. I mean, heck, like
People
got-
with lots of money.
we got tickets. We don't have lots of money. What other ways could people have gotten tickets to? Like there could be some bad people in there. I'm just saying, let them prove it
You don't
first.
understand the type of situation we're walking into. I've been to conferences with my mom. I've seen how these people raise money from investors. They don't buy a ticket to enjoy some dip or punch, because it's not punch, it's alcoholic.
Oh my god.
I love
On-
Peggy's simplification of this.
Right?
Do you drink alcohol?
Look, Peggy, I'm not saying that these folks haven't done something wrong, but for us to go in and like possibly hurt all of these people, like that's different than what we're trying to focus on, right? Like we've got zombies to worry about, and that's
Delta,
what we've got to focus on.
who do you think made the zombies?
Yeah, and
They're
that's who we'll
burying
find.
people.
But we don't know that all of the people in here are those people. The Mastersons are tied up in some nonsense. Silverton LLC, something's not right there. And if we find other people along the way, we'll deal with that too. But like, don't get distracted.
All right.
I know it seems really there are a lot of bad people out there. But we got to focus on the ones that we know are bad people.
In that case, I don't want us to focus on running away. I don't think focusing on fighting is valuable as well. We should instead focus on access.
What do you mean?
Have you ever played with carbohydrate acid?
I can pretty soundly say I have not done that.
Or I could flash freeze something.
Both of the, like the zombies.
Well, no, I
Like
was
if we threw
thinking
that
maybe a doorknob
Well,
or a hinge for a locked door.
we do still need to find out whether or not we can get into the basement through that.
Getting in, that's not a problem. Getting to where we need to go, that is the problem.
Yeah. We
I'm
still have
going
to figure
to-
out whether or not we can get through that gate or whatever entrance is at the fountain too. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think with as many, no offense, Delta, with as many teenagers that are coming, we can stack. You people are tall enough.
What do you mean, you people?
Every fucking episode.
Do not get Peggy started on.
We'll be
You
right.
know about teenagers.
Oh, the game
No.
discusses nuance.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go get some Stroop waffles. Y'all sort this out.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I want
All
to
right,
make
so-
a roll to make some kind of liquid or dry powder that will eat away at either a metal or a lock or a door hinge.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a tinker roll.
All right.
And where do you intend to
And-
make this? Is this like with household detergent and stuff?
Oh my goodness. There's
Yeah.
so many household things that could play into this.
Okay.
So can I use my pride mired in science to get
Yes.
some?
Y'all know way too much about making bombs and shit. I just want y'all to know
Alright.
that.
I got one success.
You get
One success, 9 dice,
Okay.
one
I
success.
I think I'm going to spend a luck.
Okay.
I want to get more.
Okay.
Let's see.
I was worried that was.
Well, I'll leave it at that
Okay.
with just the one.
You still get to keep the one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
I?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
Okay.
You get to choose the higher of both results. I think.
If
That's
not,
how it is now.
Don't worry though. So basically, there's gonna be consequences though.
that's all right.
So Peggy is incredibly successful at creating a caustic liquid, but as she sits there with a reasonable amount of the substance, she thinks enough to probably dissolve 3 locks or 3 door hinges, which is quite more than she thought. She is now faced with the idea or the problem of how to store this liquid and also how to wield it. Peggy, can you just roll 1d6 for me?
Oh God.
I would rather roll comprehend.
You're gonna
but
need
sure.
you're gonna need a 5 or a 6 on this 1d6 to see what your
Oh.
childlike wisdom is like.
Oh. Oh.
Peggy notices
Brain
on
blast.
the dining table, Linda forgot her inhaler behind last time. She thinks to herself that plastic is very good at not being eaten away by liquid. Or sorry,
Oh.
that by acid. She takes it, empties it out in the sink, and fills it with the acid, screwing the top back on and using the nifty little necklace around it to carry it around her neck.
This
in
is
your
exactly.
In your defense, Peggy, you're a child and you don't realize how serious it is.
Of course, this is exactly how Peggy's mind would work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
A
It's-
solution.
a useful tool. And you
Voila.
rolled a 1.
God. Future Peggy's having conniptions over past Peggy. 30-year-old Peggy's like, oh my God.
But you do have now a sort of like lock dissolver, lock breaker, whatever you want to call it, and it has three good sprays in it.
Lovely.
Mhm.
All right, that's my action.
Okay.
We have one left, I think.
God.
Yes.
I think do we have 2 left?
1, because you spent 1 spying over at the house.
Oh, okay.
I think Melissa should get buff.
I mean, Melissa's just doing prison workout this entire time because that's
Dun,
just what she
dun,
normally
dun,
does.
dun, 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 dun.
That's what her.
Like,
I feel like her dad is
every
also a
day.
little
Two for
bit
Jesus.
of a prepper, so like they're always just kind of working out.
Mhm.
I feel like that's the way to explain how fit she is.
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
But otherwise, she's useless in this whole thing.
It
So.
probably takes you camping and fishing quite a bit too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You mean going out to dinner?
Eating out.
We're eating out tonight.
Um,
Get the fishing pole.
There's a couple of other things you could do. So if you want, you could maybe go with one of the other party members to scout out the house for potential entrances and exits or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if they need any like heavy logs moved out of the way, perhaps a truck moved by hand. Because her investigate and everything else is like nothing.
No, I meant more
Melissa
like how
is the
fast
source of
she
the-
is.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
She's pretty fast, yeah.
Yeah, because they use you
Spry.
to scout all the time because you can't really be caught.
And she's great with a shotgun, so she does that shotgun jump,
Hmm
you know.
She's great at she's great at Call of Duty. Yeah, or PUBG.
TF2, please.
I believe you.
Scout in TF2. Oh my casual.
Once
Fucking Tetris over here.
Yo, the game is so good though.
I'm all about farming sim.
Oh,
You were so attached to Farm Sim today.
Aha, I was so attached, and it was multiplayer, so I get to
Mm.
manage a farm with my friends and assign them tasks and tell them where to park their harvesters. Oh, so good.
I have to drive. I get enough
play the-
driving a tractor at work. I can't deal with it in a simulator.
I love it.
you should play the original Sim Farm just for fun one night.
I feel like that would
So
probably piss me off because
It's so great. It's all I played
Really?
on my Pac Bell back in the day.
Oh,
It was wonderful. Yeah. Does anyone want to go do?
Let's get the
recon?
wagon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, what if we all go and check out the fountain?
oh, that would work
Right.
too. Yeah.
I think
It's
that's
Yeah.
like,
Do you want
Yeah,
to
if
prep the
we-
fountain ahead of time?
yeah, because if we check the fountain and it turns out that it's like super bolted down or something, perhaps Melissa can just rip the chains from the.
Oh my god.
God. Melissa the Hulk.
She's really strong, so that's fair.
You all go together to the fountain. And what did you look around?
Yeah, so
I mean, are we gonna all hit our investigate and see what happens?
Yeah, and I think I probably am bringing photocopies of the charts from the library. I think, is it reasonable to
Yeah.
think that I would have made copies of those? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got some reference documents to try
Mhm.
and like figure out where the door should be.
Now, Clark,
yes.
you mentioned something earlier, and that's going to come to bite you now. Can I have,
Yes.
as you all are looking around the area of the fountain, it's set in the middle of like a pretty brick plaza, and there's some old buildings around. You know what I'm talking about? And immediately a security guard clocks you, just knows exactly who you are, and starts walking your way. And as she does, she says, "Excuse me, I'm pretty sure I've told you cannot skate here and you are no longer allowed on these premises. This is a heritage fountain. You've done enough. I'm going to have to kindly ask you to leave."
In this situation, it's obvious that I came with all these other people, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
You
she's
want
like
me to pull
addressing
my,
the group of you.
my historic education.
Clark did get caught at one point skating on the historical golf fountain.
I know what to do.
Oh no.
Cover Melissa's eyes.
Wait,
Eyes and ears, please.
what?
Eyes and
Oh
ears.
God. I feel like there's probably an easier
Is
way
someone
to do
covering
this.
her ears and someone
Yeah.
covering her eyes? Because I feel like Melissa wouldn't do it.
And then he grabs the skateboard and starts skating, but like around her so that she'll start chasing him.
Yeah. She puts
Clark is tanking the mob.
Aggro.
Pulling aggro.
she starts chasing after you, and then she calls on her radio as she's chasing after you, "Glenn, come in. Those goddamn kids are here again." And she puts it back on her waist as she starts chasing after you. You have a couple of minutes.
There were so many easier ways to do this. Okay.
You're dealing with Clark.
It's true. Catch these hands, Clark. He's a
catch
scamp.
a skateboard, Clark.
He's a little scamp, isn't he?
All right. So while that's going on, all right. We want to quick find whatever gateway there is to get into the door.
Melissa's gonna roll investigate. She's just gonna start running around and looking at things.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
helping.
Okay. So let's have each of you roll and investigate.
All right.
Do.
Sweet.
Yes, Melissa's
Wow.
fucking smart now. Watch out. Beauty, bronze.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I have a perfect thing for this.
All right. Oh wait, am I rolling too?
Yeah.
If you want. It depends
Heck
on what
yeah.
you're doing. Yeah? Okay. So you got one success. Perfect.
Luck.
So
One who can't read figured it out, y'all.
Shut up.
Wow.
Okay, 2
Dang
successes.
it.
Oh, perfect.
No,
Now
that
I
was
know
one.
exactly how to well, I combined it with Melissa's. I know exactly how to
Okay.
role play this out. Malone kind of gives you an idea of like, oh yeah, it's on the corner of the park here. There used to be like, and he's like kind of talking about it and looking almost over you. And you two girls notice that there's like an uneven spot sort of like up ahead. How do I describe it? Almost like a hobbit hole a little bit where the grass comes up like towards because like there's a fountain,
yeah.
there's a brick plaza around it, and then there's like, parks and businesses on one side. On the part where it's grassy, the two of you notice like the grass comes up a little bit. And as you bend down and look in, you notice it also dips down a little bit, and there is a grate there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the area around it has been filled in a little bit, but you do see like a grate going down, and this does appear to be in the general direction that Malone's records said that there was like some work done back in the day.
Can Melissa pull it up?
With your bare hands?
Can she
Probably
try?
not. You can try, but if you fail, you're going to take a condition.
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
So, Melissa, as you pull on it,
What?
sure enough, the
This is
metal,
wild.
the old rusty metal starts to creak and bend outwards. And it does sort of like, finally, after like one last kind of cracks open, and you pull off the grate and it's in your hands.
And I'm
What
just
did I
like,
do with it?
I'm just staring like, put it back. Put it back.
Okay.
Because now it's
Can
loose. Now
you
it's
get like
loose.
a look?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you
now,
wanna-
Yeah.
now it's loosened up. Now everyone else can lift it.
Yeah. It's not actually like, so as it takes like a little bit, like I said, so I don't know if I'm describing this right. It's almost like the grass comes up a little bit, probably not even higher than the knee. And then there's like a small little dip. So it's about
Okay.
the size of half of a normal doorway, if that makes sense. So you'd have to kind of crawl to get in. But Melissa, as you're like looking down there, like laying down on your belly, you do notice that the tunnel kind of widens or gets a little bit taller on the way in. And it's actually quite nice on the inside. It's not cement, it's all brick.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wait.
even
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. And the only issue looking in that you see is that it's semi-flooded. Like
Okay.
there's water that would probably come up to a little bit higher than your ankles.
Okay.
Wait, maybe we should go in. Actually,
Should we?
Well,
And
they
hide.
call security.
we gotta hide. We gotta hide. Yeah, get in. Pull it back up. Okay, because I have my flashlight anyway.
But Clark
Oh.
doesn't know we're in here.
Oh, he's leaving. That's his
Oh, wait, do you have your
fully
walkie-talkie?
aggro. Yeah,
He could have the other walkie-talkie.
is that fair?
If that's
Yeah,
fair.
you're the two adults.
I feel like
so-
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adults. The one who started skating around.
13.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you
yeah,
decide
so I'm
to
like, no,
crawl
pull it
in
back
and hide
up, pull it
down
back
there?
up, get it.
Ah!
All right. So
Her arms are like shaking.
I'm gonna like run over and like slide in.
Okay. And Clark, can you give me a movement check?
Got it, boss. Yep. I'm not stalling. I'm just
Just warming up your clicking finger.
taking my time.
Ooh, just
Really?
letting it. Mm.
Some people ask me, "Hey, DC, are you Russian?" And I go, "No, I'm just taking my time."
God damn it. Did you not have your window open? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh.
the security guard runs, dives at you. You manage to kind of like sidestep her and like pop up. Oh,
It wasn't me this time.
no, we lost DC.
I'm here. I'm here.
Did you DC?
You're a ghost.
Wait.
Wait, what happened to
That's
your
what
camera?
happened when she.
She
Oh my
told me I
God.
vanished.
If the cameras are out of order now, I'm going to kill you.
If they come back with their camera properly, it should be in the right order, but maybe not because they didn't.
It's. Haha.
Oh man.
I don't think.
Yes, roll with it.
Are
Everyone
you gonna
switch
murder-
characters.
Yep. Okay, so who am I
Let
now?
Josh play Melissa
I?
so we
Oh.
can finally have a fucking
I
good
said
roll.
I picked up this grade. Where are we going?
Let me just roll a failure really quick. Wait, no, I'm
Oh, you're
never
deep.
mind. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You're slightly less strong.
Fuck the police.
There you go.
Outies.
I like mayonnaise on my sandwiches.
What? Is that an inside joke I'm missing? Who doesn't like mayonnaise?
I hate mayonnaise.
Really?
I fuck with veganese though.
You know, I feel like black folks have a reputation for not liking mayonnaise, but I think more of us like mayonnaise than we care to admit.
I like mayonnaise on sandwiches, but
Yeah.
like you got to throw a little something else on there too.
Yeah,
Mustard.
no,
Yeah, I
you can't
agree.
just be like, right? No, it's got to be like,
Some mustard.
get some mustard or something.
I just have mayo and white bread.
Olive oil mayonnaise is actually.
Somebody
I
stop
just
her.
look at the white bread while I spoon mayo directly into my
Oh
gob.
my God.
And that's a Thanksgiving dinner right there, folks. You put in a can of cranberry and slice that up, mix
my
it up with a little bit. That's what they call an aioli down in the city.
So
But you know what? It's just mayo. We can just do it easy. We can mix anything in. There's a cranberry aioli for you.
Oh my gosh.
For real though, the gel cranberry sauce, best cranberry.
Oh,
sauce.
I fuck with that hard.
Yep,
It's so
all day.
good.
That
Like
is.
ocean
I
spray?
approve.
Do not wait.
Like just
Like
cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving that people like
Yeah,
make.
it
and
comes
they
in
make,
like a cube and you
and then-
slice it.
no, well, you get it out of this, like, if it's still in its can shape and has the can ridges
Yes.
into
Yep.
it, and
Yes.
slice
It's
it.
exactly you
Yes.
serve it by the slice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
haven't
the
had any.
juxtaposition of like beautiful food all cooked and slaved over, and then something shaped like a
Yeah.
little can just sitting on the table, and
I
everyone's
thought
like,
that
"There
was
it
the
is."
only kind. There's another kind of that.
Yeah,
There is-
people make
yeah.
like actual, like they'll
Yeah.
make it,
It's
like
a thing.
with actual.
and it
You can even sometimes buy
and
it
it's a
in
sauce. You can get it in a glass jar where you like pour it out.
Really?
But I'm like, no, if it doesn't come out like
garbage.
I've only ever had the sliced kind.
That's
that's all
then
you
your
need.
Okay.
your experience is complete. Do
Yeah,
not
you're
ever dare
fine.
from
Yeah.
from the plan.
I also decided that I don't hate bologna now. The first time I had bologna was at the age of 19. And because my parents were not about that bologna life. They didn't like anything that was like
They didn't
quote,
take
unquote,
any bologna.
mystery meat. Yeah,
Ooh.
like if like we didn't grow up rich, so we didn't always have like turkey and stuff. But we like it was peanut butter and jelly, or like if we could, because we couldn't afford like the nice meat. But bologna was like not on the table. I don't know why. My parents were like, no, it's weird. We don't know what's in it. Can't have bologna, right? So I had bologna for the first time when I was 19, and I almost gagged because it was on Wonder Bread with Miracle Whip, and it was also my first time ever eating Miracle Whip. And I took one bite, and it was like a sugary hot dog type of thing, and I was like, oh no, and I will never eat Miracle Whip again.
Yo, the bologna when fried.
Yes. Yes.
Fried bologna is what up.
Now I've
I
had
never
it
messed
fried.
with spam, and now I always have it.
Oh,
my
spam,
God.
eggs,
Fry the
spam
bologna
and eggs,
and then
spam and rice
toast that bread.
every day.
Yep.
I literally have a can of spam in my cupboard right now. Spam and rice is like
Ah,
my favorite.
spam.
Voila.
Ooh.
Hey, we're hungry. What's up?
Yep,
Welcome
I was
to
gonna
Tales
say.
of Food.
Oh, Jesus.
Tales from the brunch loop.
Let's like get
Protein.
through this so I can go make some spam
Do you
and
make
rice.
some
Great.
spam?
Spam and
Open a
rice.
can of spam.
Mm.
So we all just jumped into.
So we're yep.
Yeah, you jumped into the grate.
And Clark
did-
did his thing.
Yeah, Clark did his thing where he throws me off my game by turning off their camera, which is like
It wasn't on purpose.
Do I
They
get to
added
continue?
mystery.
I know it wasn't.
That's how much their character moved. They moved into another dimension.
You
where
said,
they're-
"Oh, it's the cops," so I turned off my camera, and I was like,
Stop this.
"Oh no!"
Y'all are out of control today.
Where did I
yeah.
go wrong? Where did I go wrong?
I love
How
it.
could this happen to me?
The guard leaps at you. You step off your skateboard in the nick of time. It collides with her ankles and she goes kind of tripping over herself. Your skateboard goes sliding off to the side. You pick it up coolly and skate away while she kind of like tumbles and smacks into a trash can.
"Woo!"
And you skate away. Okay, for y'all, who amongst you has the lowest stealth rating? Because it's gonna be the
Probably.
least. It's gonna be like the least stealthy.
Mine's
Okay.
at 2,
You're both at 2.
but it's also a body, so I have 4 in body.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, my sneak is 3. My
I got
body
no
strength is
sneak.
6.
2 body.
Okay. So Peggy, I'm gonna have you roll for stealth because we're gonna assume that Malone and Melissa are being very quiet. So you're the last one to scramble in just as Glenn responds to his radio.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, okay.
As you step into the cool water, you're about to let out a yelp, but Melissa plops her dirty hand down over your mouth.
Shut your
Don't say
mouth.
nothing. Oh wait, I'm not.
No, we
Melissa.
moved. But that was inspired actually. So
And Peggy kind of like grimaces through the cold, sludgy water that is swimming around her socks and shoes. And you kind of see a flash of like someone kind of using their flashlight to look down into the grate, but they don't look very far. They notice that the grate has been kind of placed back on the hinges roughly. They don't see any of your toes, and so they kind of wave it away. Like, damn kids, he's not gonna go down there. And he turns around, and sure enough, after a few moments, you hear silence.
a 10-year-old couldn't lift that.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, they're not down there. I'm not gonna go check.
Okay.
Now what?
I'm gonna turn on my flashlight and like look around to see if they're just like what does the tunnel look like?
It's so the beginning of the tunnel is almost like kind of like concrete. And it's kind of almost being used to have extra runoff kind of flow down into it, which is why it's wet. But inside from that concrete, you notice it's actually less of like a round tunnel and more of like a archway that has been built with purpose. And it's lined with brick all around you. Old brick.
An aqueduct.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the right word. I just want to
What's
Yes,
an aqueduct?
an aqueduct.
it's a small waterfowl.
Mayhaps it
In the
was
past tense.
used to transport sewage back in. Sorry.
Sasquatch.
Squash.
I want that as my text tone.
He's playing that gas.
Get that in the gas.
Yeah, it's clipped.
It goes gasp, and then it goes squash.
These rewards can be yours when you subscribe to Roll20. So let's see. So I think if we're down here anyway, maybe we should take a look and see how close we can get to the tunnel. And I pull out my walkie-talkie. Clark, are you there? Over.
You're
I
breaking
hit the
out
button
a
and then
little bit.
actually go, yep. They're slow. I got them. I'm safe.
You hear
Where
a
are
couple
you?
of words because you are underground now. So your radio's ability is greatly lessened, but you do hear enough to hear fast and safe.
Okay.
Can you tell him I said hi?
Melissa says hi.
Hi!
Hi.
Hi! Hi!
Are y'all okay?
The sound is breaking out on your end, Clark. So I hear is ah.
I come back. Are they safe?
Okay, so are they? I don't know. The radio's kind of spotty. I'm sure he's fine though. It sounds like he's okay. Let's where that's no back. I'm
just come back.
role playing the static.
I like
I don't
it.
know.
I appreciate
Like
it. Mhm.
It was very good.
I thought your mic was acting up again and I got nervous. Acting.
The third time today, we all turn into weird, like modern art as half our faces get cut off and stuff.
yeah.
I'm always art, so.
Listen.
Oh,
But they're always modern art.
Yes. I'm an abstract person. Sorry. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
oh my.
So yeah, I think we should start walking a little bit towards seeing where the tunnel leads. And it's kind of I hate wet socks. So yeah, let's just walk towards the other end of the tunnel, towards the mansion.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You go first.
Yeah, for sure.
Scuttles
Everybody,
behind him.
all right, like everybody, hold hands.
I'm not holding hands.
Put your
Peggy's
hand all over
hand.
my mouth. You're gonna hold my hand.
Hold Peggy's hand. We don't want to get lost.
She does, but she's this face the entire time.
Okay. All right, so I take Peggy's hand with one hand and the flashlight with the other.
Okay.
So you make like this sort of human chain and walk sloshingly down through the sludge. Malone, can you give me an investigation check?
Yeah. Oh, he's returned. He's returned.
He's back. He's scared of the dark.
I'm
Use
gonna
your luck.
use my luck.
There we go.
You did it.
So
Yes. There we
as
go.
you
Oh.
are walking towards like, the only direction you really can go, you notice like very briefly as you flick your flashlight, I like how I forgot the word, down,
Torch.
something hanging from the ceiling. You notice in one of the places where some of the bricks have fallen down and crumbled that there's like a wood support beam. You notice bats hanging down there.
Great.
It's really
The-
good that you caught it, because if you didn't, they would have all rushed towards you and you all most likely would have gotten the frightened condition.
Ugh. Okay. Be really quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
You
So we
duck
just,
down,
like-
and I'm assuming you probably point your flashlight down too.
Down. Yeah.
Yeah. You duck down and very quietly kind of slink underneath them. The ground's a little slippery from guano and from like some of the and here it's kind of just moist at the part you're at because the water doesn't come up that far. It doesn't rain that often in Galt. And you manage to like slip very quietly underneath them because you're not in a hurry. However, now you know that they're there, and if you're in a hurry, they might pose a little bit more of a problem or something like that.
Okay.
So as you kind of slip by underneath them and walk probably the length of another half a block or so, you come to what looks to be a large wooden door.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
Okay. It's barred from the other side.
Okay. Are there hinges on this side of the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many hinges?
2.
That's a great number. That's okay.
Alternatively, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but alternatively, you could also just try to, like, it's obviously like a bolt. You could try to like get some of the fluid through the crack on the door and see if
and see if it dissolves the bolt.
the
Okay.
other
There's
side.
a crack on the. Okay.
Yeah. It's an old door, so it's not like perfectly tight against the frame or whatever.
It's a wood door, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't sit
So-
perfectly against like the edges of this like tunnel, if that makes sense.
The fluid also probably will just go through the door, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe we should.
Should I kick it down?
No, that would be really loud, and we don't want to wake our friends. But
Should I punch it?
that would also
Okay.
be loud.
If I whisper,
Maybe-
I did it.
That's not how punching works, Melissa.
Okay. All right.
So
well,
we should. I don't know. I don't think we should go in without. Like right now, they're probably planning for the party, so everybody's probably paying a bunch of attention, and nobody really knows where we are. So let's not go in yet, but let's make sure the door opens if we need to use it later. So let's use some of the. Peggy, can you use some of your powder to crack the bolt?
I could, yeah. We only got 2 more uses out of it, though, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what we've got it for, though.
should we listen so we know what's on the other side? What if it's water
That's
and then we drown?
Malone puts his ear up to the door.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear anything really. You just hear like the sounds of like general clonk.
Electric.
Yeah, like just like general house sounds. Like there's movement someplace. Like this leads into like a basement. So you don't hear anything like in your close proximity, but you definitely hear like things being moved around and like general house sounds, footsteps and voices that seem kind of far off. They don't seem very particularly close.
Okay. So it doesn't sound like there's water on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we? If it's bolted, because I'm thinking in my head, if it's bolted from the other side, it could be like a key lock, and then we would be SOL and have to deal with it if we needed to leave. So
Yeah.
better to just, better to dissolve it now.
Okay.
So long as it doesn't like make them. It's pretty controlled, right? So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little inhaler. So
That's why I put it in my
right.
mom's girlfriend's inhaler.
Inhaler.
yeah. So
Um,
it's not like it's gonna spray everywhere or anything. It's very like
Hard cut to the poor girlfriend being like,
She makes the old man gasp.
So for
Yeah.
every turn, I'm gonna need you to roll a d6.
trying to see if he dies or not.
Right. On a 1 or a 2, she has an asthma attack.
On a 4, she doesn't have health insurance.
Oh, welcome to 2018. Yeah. So, yeah, let's dissolve. Break the lock, Peggy.
Okay. Do I have to roll?
no, because you rolled earlier. So
All right.
you reach forward and so do you put it like where do you put it? Do you just put it like in the like where the door clicks shut, or do you put it on the hinges like you were talking about earlier? Or
I think we should put it on the hinges, so if we can just bust it if we need to get past.
okay,
So I'm gonna try to get as high as I can for the one hinge and then the bottom hinge.
okay, that's only gonna leave you 1 use left.
Right.
That's true, because I think that's okay.
Okay,
I think it's important that we have a way out.
so as you spray it, sure enough, after a few moments, you smell like this almost kind of like sickly, putrid smell. and you see the metal start to dissolve away, and you notice the door kind of like shudders a little bit or like shifts a little bit as like the hinges kind of go. You hear this like sound of like as like the hinges kind of give way, and the door almost like kind of sags in on that side a little bit because there's nothing holding it in that doorway anymore.
All right.
Okay.
If need be, we can get in and out easily, I think.
I guess let's just do we have I'm trying to think. I've still got those bungee cables, right?
Yes.
Shoot. I want to make sure that the door doesn't fall because now that it's not on the hinges. It's still got the bolt though. And we don't know if that bolt is going to be something that we can actually open from the other side. It won't matter because Melissa can probably charge through it.
I like that you see Melissa.
Poor Clark. Clark's just like, it's fine. I didn't want to bust it open anyway.
I've stopped putting points in that. No longer needed.
Do we have I just want to check and see if the door is stable, like if it's likely to fall while we're gone.
Okay. So you put your hands up against it. Go ahead and give me a comprehend check.
Okay. Oh God.
Ooh.
Okay.
Great.
I learned the secrets of the future through touching this.
This is actually a really good one to get right.
Damn.
Delta, as you put, because I was like waiting for this, because this is going to be great. As you put your hands up against the door, you kind of give it a little bit of a push and hear something shift, and you very quickly surmise that something is leaning against this door. Although it's been bolted, something like a piece of furniture, an object has been placed against the door.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
not
know
at risk of falling, but you just notice when you push against it that despite you're pushing against it, something's been placed to like cover it.
Something's on the other side.
Yes.
So it's like,
and
it's
you
not
also, from jiggling it back and forth, kind of realize that there's a chance if you open it that this object might fall your way.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's be real careful with this. There's something on the other side of this door. I don't know what it is.
A demon.
I sniff the air. Does it smell like infernal presence?
Sulfur.
Burning band-aids? No, it just smells like the dampness. Yeah.
Okay.
Wet.
And we couldn't hear anything on the other side, so it's probably not mechanical. All right. Well, we should be able to find the door from the other side. We know the hinges are open, so we should probably just get out of here and connect back up with Clark.
Good idea.
Hi.
Right.
My feet are soggy.
Mine too. I hate wet socks.
I got pruny toes.
I
That's
believe
the
that.
worst.
Wet socks are worse than pruny toes.
I got pruny toes in wet socks.
Probably
That's pretty bad. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
We should go.
So you leave and reconvene with Clark, who is a couple of blocks away, chilling on a bus stop bench. What is your next course of action?
Do we have one more action before the
That might have been it.
gala, or was that
I
it?
think that was it. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But you
All
can
right.
come together and come up with a plan of attack.
Well, we found dude, how'd you get away from that guard?
Well, I skate here often enough. We have a lot of ways of dealing with guards. No big
Did
deal.
you kill him?
No, we didn't. I actually didn't even hurt them. I what do adults do? Talked to them.
You bored them to death?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, at least that's taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
We found a door at the there's like a tunnel with a grate that Melissa was able to tear from its hinges, and still is like looking over at her. Like, I know I saw that happen, but I don't understand how I saw that happen.
Listen, I'm just gonna feel your muscles real quick and just get a
Go ahead.
and then feel my own and be like,
It's
okay,
just a gift the Lord gave me. Sometimes He blesses some and ignores others. Just the thing.
So
I
we were in the
imagine like a wiry child.
right.
Like just I was almost
She's
like
just got,
that
like,
when I was
thin
a kid.
arms.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, I was like really. I played a lot of basketball, and I was like really like wiry, but then like really muscular at the same time, but didn't have like any actual like fat on me. That's what I imagine Melissa to be like, just like
Oh, yeah.
wiry.
She's just a
good.
bundle of sticks and like clothes.
All
She's like a
elbows and
very
knees.
small, like a homeless lady, but shrunk down.
Okay.
That's basically her look, you know?
And
This is good.
still a tank.
The paladin.
I'm a
after
rogue
all.
now.
Right.
She was the rogue, and then she just ended up doing too much DPS.
We found a tunnel underneath the gate, and we like ended up walking it all the way to this wooden door. Peggy used her dissolving thing, so now the hinges are open, but there's something like leaning on the other side of that door or something.
A big bat.
I hope not. There are bats in there though, so we gotta be careful about that.
Oh,
too.
is that where you fell down when you became Batman?
I was born in the darkness. No, not really. But I guess I could use that as my origin story. That would be kind of cool.
You know,
You
One
fell
day.
in bat poop?
I didn't fall in bat poop. I fell in a tunnel that had
That
bat.
had bat poop in it.
I mean,
Stepped
gotta
in
be
it.
poop.
I didn't fall in.
It was all over.
I'm just not gonna. If it's not on me. You know what?
Sounds
I
like
bet
something
there's
It's
else.
okay.
too.
And when my comic book is created later on, and you will see.
Is it gonna be called
Yes.
Bat Poop Man? He old.
Slips in bat poop, breaks his hip.
He's much better at making fun of you than I am now. This is probably the best gift I could have been given as a big brother in this situation.
You know, this is it's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Okay, so
Do your tennis balls on your walker get stuck in the bat poop in your cave?
Clark goes
He
over and
just like
high
it.
fives.
he just like though it's about probably 12 years too early, Delta just like looks at the camera.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
I wasn't always a guy getting just
Great.
smoked by a 10-year-old.
By the way, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero in the world. No.
All started here.
Yeah. God, that show's so good. Anyway, yeah. So if we need it, we have an escape route. If we need it, we also might have a way in, but it's probably going to be pretty noisy. Something's leaning on the other side of that door. So, yeah, we should probably catch up with Keith and figure out what we're going to do tomorrow.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Start.
Yeah.
I want to get out of these socks.
Yeah, there's probably
Yeah.
bat poop water all over all of you
Yeah,
now.
they're-
That Melissa.
They're gross. I don't like it.
Wet socks are really, really bad.
Yeah,
I
I go get Linda's hair dryer since I seem to be capable of taking everything important to her away.
That's what she gets for living at someone else's house. Doesn't she have her own damn home? Come on, Linda. Get together.
Listen, Linda.
Poor Linda. She did your makeup.
She's trying so hard.
Yeah, but
she took
I'm
your
taking care of
mom.
zombies. So she should be thanking me.
She doesn't know that. Poor Linda. So
Poor Linda.
each of these tasks that you did was spread out over this week. Is kind of which is why I chose 5 days. So Monday,
Never hesitates.
trying to remember. Oh, Monday, Clark or not Clark.
Oh,
Yeah, Malone did his research. And then Tuesday, Peggy made acid, which is great.
Right.
Cash.
Wednesday, you scoped out the house and got some info. Thursday, Clark got commissioned a cosplay from his aunt. Or his grandma. What am I saying? Not his aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, you all went and scouted out the fountain together. That's kind of how it played out in my head. And now it is Saturday night. Did you arrange with Linda ahead of time to do your makeup, Peggy? Did you ask her ahead of time, or are you gonna ambush her while she's waiting for your mom to come home from work?
I think I'm going to give her a heads up. I want her to work it into her schedule.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because she was a very important piece of our last mission. So I figure she should have the opportunity to,
So she shows up early to help you with your makeup, to help you recreate the look she created last time. Your award-winning look. And she's pretty pleased with herself because of the fact that you and Melissa won. She pulls out her makeup kit and starts applying your makeup. Do you have any conversations with her? Do you talk to her at all?
I don't want a full beard. I want just the handlebars.
She laughs and she's like, "Well, I'm not sure that's appropriate for Van Helsing, but if that's what you want."
And then this side, so it's everything but this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. And she starts to undo some of her work that she kind of already put down and kind of just gives you big mutton chops on either side of your face.
And can I have a star shape?
You
could be Starburns.
She takes a little sequin out of one of her little containers that's like a star, and she puts a little bit of eyelash glue on it and puts it right there on your jawline.
I'm a star.
And she laughs and she's like, "Yes, you are."
Peggy, you don't get a star.
No, because Dracula, he's not the star. He's
bad guy.
Yeah. And he so cool and ambitious.
And dead.
Undead, because he can still walk around.
I'm gonna read dead.
Linda smiles and
old
she's like,
double dead.
"As long as you don't actually make anyone dead, I think that's okay."
No, Jesus said no. So I wouldn't.
Good.
I could, but I wouldn't.
Good.
Peggy flashes back to when Melissa just the great.
Her doing the pull-ups.
Yeah.
Some weird shot we'd never seen of her just squeezing something.
Linda doing the classic
metal.
Gotta make sure
chomping
all the kids
goldfish.
are safe. Yeah. Hate is a strong word. That would be Linda in this case.
Yeah. Sweet Linda. So pure.
And
say, Linda, do you want to go to a fancy smanchy place?
What do you mean?
Well, I got to go to the gala.
Oh.
Actually,
is that where you're going tonight?
That's where we're gonna head out. I'm getting chaperoned by, was it Delta or Clark? Melissa, who's walking with you?
Is this makeup done? I should go.
She kind of like hesitates a little bit as she does some finishing touches on your makeup, Peggy, and she says, "Aren't they a little bit young to be chaperoning?"
They're teenagers.
A teenager does not an adult make.
They're old.
Mm,
Delta stepped in bat poop and he's old.
that
Don't
poop?
worry, he's super old.
What do you mean,
And they're
that
also one of the
poop?
more responsible individuals at school.
Does your mom know you're going?
No.
My mom's dead.
But I'll be back before it gets too late, because it's really like we got tickets for it. We won the tickets.
We have to go. Our audience.
Did you tell your
needs
mom
us.
you won?
I'll leave her a note if she gets
Leave
home.
a note. You can't just leave in the middle of a night to an adult party with a bunch of teenage boys.
Whoa. Linda, calm down.
When you put it like that, Linda.
I mean, it's one thing for them to take you to a carnival, but this is sort of a little bit like, don't you think that you should have an actual guardian there with you? There's probably going to be drinking there. I just don't know. I don't think that this is a good idea, especially if your mom has no idea where you're going and you're planning on staying out late.
Not too late.
Too late. Define too late. You don't even have a time.
Oh, what's that?
Well,
Is
mom
my
doesn't
daddy
have a time
calling
either
me?
when she gets home.
Well, your mom is a grown adult and she can handle herself. You are not your mother.
I think I hear my papa con. I'm just gonna stand outside really quick.
That's
I'll
probably
be right
for
back.
the best. And she sits down and holds you by both the shoulders. And as she does, she notices sort of like the string around your neck.
No.
And she reaches down into your shirt and she says, she takes it from you, puts it in her pocket,
Fucked up.
goes and
Uh-oh.
closes the door after escorting Melissa out, locks it. She turns around, hands crossed, and she says, "Oh, Peggy, dear, you are very much grounded."
Oh.
And
Yo, she
that's
better not use that.
where we're
inhaler,
gonna
though.
Number 1, don't use that inhaler. Number 2, give it back. Please.
You are in no position to be making demands. Go to your room.
What position are you to demand me to go to my room and ground me?
Oh, you know what? I just realized. Your mom doesn't know that you got banned from the science lab. So if you don't go to your room right now,
Oh, Linda came here. Linda came out.
Yeah, Linda's like, yo, I'm not here to
Linda's not
play.
here to play.
I'm not here to play with you.
Linda's got big dick energy.
yeah. It seems like you don't have a lot of choices right now. So if I were you, I would just march. We're going to wait for your mother to come home and we'll discuss what she wants to do with you. But until then, I am the adult present in this household and you will listen because quite frankly, little lady, you have gotten out of hand. March.
She marches, grunting with every step, and points again. I'm serious. Don't use that inhaler. Because it's meant for locks.
As you say this and walk upstairs, she like kind of shakes it, notice it fizzle, and like gives it a sniff and it's like, oh my Lord. And with Peggy, hands on her like this, I don't know how to describe that, angrily looking out at the window, and her friends standing on the sidewalk waiting for her to go to the gala with them, looking up wistfully at her. That is where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. I
Hi, Peggy.
had planned on getting a little bit further, but I mean, the way things worked out, especially because, I mean, Peggy
That
kind
one.
of let the let the cat out of the bag in a major
Yo.
way.
I was like, don't tell her.
But guess what?
Yeah, bro.
Guess
But
what?
Peggy is so honest and pure.
Yeah.
Peggy, you fool.
And then Melissa's like, bat poop. And she's like, where the heck are they hanging out? Where there's mono.
Where are these boys taking them? Why do you have my
Storm.
inhaler?
And the inhaler, yeah. It was like a perfect storm of like, you stole this and this and this and oh my
I'll
God.
just leave a note for my mom.
Peggy's my favorite because she's so smart, but then she reminds you at the most poignant moments that she's 10, you know? Where she's like, I'm going to create this bomb. I'm going to do this. And also, dinosaurs are great. And I'll leave a note for my mom and go out until 12 p.m. at night with a couple of boys. And you're like, Peggy, what? And she's like, it's
Like,
Kate.
not the system.
But here's the thing. This is the system. This is how she perceives the world.
I know.
Peggy's so
great.
pure.
You can leave whenever you want. You eat fish sticks as much as you want.
Mhm.
And you use the grocery money your mom gives you for roll-ups
I loved it.
and gushers.
4, it was fantastic. I think like I love the whole thing, and I think my favorite part is like, why mom doesn't. That's such a 10-year-old thing to say.
You're not my mom.
My mom
I'm
stays
dating
out
you.
late. Mom doesn't have a curfew. It's like, you're 10. Sit down and play Fortnite. What are you doing?
Peggy would totally play Fortnite.
Shots fired at Fortnite.
All right. Thank you so
So
much for
pleased.
joining me, my wonderful cast today. I appreciate it. Despite some of the technical difficulties we had at the beginning, we did sort of our prep episode for our next one, which is probably going to end up being action-packed. Especially, this was an interesting episode. Y'all got some really bad rolls and some really good rolls. Like that.
Yeah,
roll
what
with
the
Keith.
hell?
Yeah.
That was clutch, Josh.
400 fucking successes.
I just like see like now I see like Keith has like a character arc because now he's gonna help you.
Yeah.
Empathize with him on a level that he could understand.
And
He
then I
was
can
just a
date
kid
his
with a
sister.
gun.
Yo, I was gonna say I'm
Gonna
you
slide
probably-
in there with a hey, so Keith, brother.
Hey, your sister's 17 and I'm 13, but we can make it work.
But
right?
hey, age
I'll
ain't
be
nothing.
14 soon, you know. Making moves.
Wait, what did you
Like no, age is totally a number in this case. Yeah, that is age is a number.
Give it a few years, and 3 years ain't nothing, you know.
That's true, actually.
The difference between 17 and nope, still not great.
No, I'm saying that
Oh.
when you get to the 20s, then
Oh,
it is
yeah,
no longer
yeah.
an issue, you know.
Yeah, like 27, 24, like
Yeah.
yeah. But 20 and 17, that's
You grow a lot in the 17 to 19 years. I feel
But
like.
she will be able to buy Clark beer soon. So
great. What's
we're locking that down.
how does that the thing, it's like half your
Oh,
No.
half your age plus 7.
I don't know what that I don't know what that
I don't know who came up with that rule.
I don't know
It's
how
not a good one.
Old
not a great one.
person. Some
It's not a
old
good one at
gross
all.
dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Some Mad Men-esque character.
Yeah, I don't. I
I
think that. Anyways, we won't get too far into it. But I was like, a couple of years it will even make a difference depending. Like, okay, if you're 21 and you're dating someone who's 26, that alone is a lot of maturity difference. But if you're 26, you're dating someone that's 31. Not as much because you do like when you get in your mid to late 20s, it's pretty common to date people in their 30s. That age gap becomes so like less and less significant. But like the age gap just between like 21 and like 25,
Age gap between 20
It's like-
and 21 is
Yeah.
huge.
I was
You're like, oh, can you stand outside the bar while I go inside by?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a whole lot of stupid between
Well,
even yesterday, really. I guess every day is a
Counting
growing,
up the days.
every day is a
Really-
growing process.
like the world just
I'm a
opens
perfect
up to
human
you.
being, so I
Yeah.
can't relate.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't
my
know.
final form. There's a part of me I didn't realize the overlays that we have up now are
Are totally
pretty
off.
great, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Can we-
I
Oh.
only
we
changed
give-
the other ones.
Can we give our outros as the characters we are on the overlay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
DC,
lovely.
give your outro
Wait, but-
as
Wait.
Delta.
4 still is 4.
Four needs to tag out. Yeah.
Oh.
Dang it.
4 needs to rotate with somebody.
Okay, 4, you imitate me.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Any
Sounds
of my
good.
characters that you want. Do it as Dr. Ronnie.
That's just an ornery whip, the tip.
Wait, are we
Yeah.
plugging that person's stuff as well, or
No, I think
Okay.
it's plug yourself, but
as that character?
But as that character.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yes, and
Good,
Dr.
good
Ronnie.
luck, DC. Now plug yourself as Delta.
Delta.
Hold on, let me get the top button real quick. This Delta button's all the buttons. Hi, my name is Malone, but I prefer Delta. And I'm here to tell you about DC, who is a they design games, and they can be found on Twitter at Dungeon Commander, and they also actually stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dungeon Commander, which I think having a consistent name that I can go to find on the internet is very helpful, and I enjoy the content that they provide, and yeah, I think you should check them out.
I feel attacked. Why did I suggest this?
Josh,
You done fucked up, Josh.
that was oddly like on point, DC.
Oh.
Just- yeah, that was crazy. This will be
That was short.
interesting. Josh, plug yourself as Melissa.
go ahead, Josh.
Let's
Go
hear it.
ahead.
Let's hear it.
Hi. I'm Melissa, and I'm 10, and he's kind of old, but you can go find Josh. He writes about like video games or something, which, I mean, Papa tells me that the video games are the devil's playground, so I don't spend any time there. But if you wanted to, because you're a heathen, and you should go to intelligame.us. And it also says us, which Papa says, well, never mind. But also, you can find him at Wallstormer, which is kind of a weird name, but Papa says that you can't necessarily trust people who aren't saved and sanctified by the Lord to make wise decisions. So, bye.
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 4, plug yourself as Dr. Ronnie.
Oh, hello. Wait. Well, hello. I'd like to inform all of you that there is a man out there with the truth you need. His name is Four, and he is on the forefront where dinosaurs can be romanced. And what's more, the alien truth of 4th edition lives on Sundays. And also, the queer agenda is being explored in secret on Saturdays.
Oh,
Oh. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I have to do this. Oh, God. I need to listen to it. The gasp. What is the gasp?
the dying one.
Oh, the dying gas.
Oh my.
I just listened to it.
Whoa.
No, I can't do it.
That was beautiful.
Did Dr. Ronnie die at the end of plugging you?
Yes, he was so surprised at the we'll say the upcoming shenanigans that I'll be doing, including Animorphs, which I have been forcing myself to work on.
Nice.
And we'll hopefully be seeing that very soon, even though I've been plugging it for like 8 months. Eventually.
I believe.
Double chug.
Double chug. Austin.
Okay. Red leather, yellow leather. Okay, all right. No. Hey, what's up? I was just playing with my skateboard. But you know what's cooler than playing with your skateboard? Checking out this rad chick. She's cool. She's punk. She's got tattoos. Go check out Austin Marie. She's on Twitter, but she has a TV at the end of her name. It's not really punk justice enough, but I understand. Gotta make a living somehow. And she's also on Twitch, and I heard that if you subscribe to her, she'll help me fix my car. So, be really cool. Also, I have a dog named Puddles. And maybe a girlfriend. But I don't know yet. Is this live? Is this going live? I don't. Anyway, Jeremy's a fool.
That was pretty damn good. I guess I'll give mine as Peggy.
Yes!
Yeah.
I'll play along as
A
well.
girlfriend named Puddles. Goddamn it.
All right. Channel crazy. Hi. I am Peggy Myers, winner in the whole middle school of the newest science fair competition. Right here. Look at it. The plaque. Oh, right. Yes. That bronze girl. Sometimes she tutors me with my biology, but she's not a dinosaur, which is the only way that she could possibly be better is if she was a dinosaur tutor, but she's just a normal tutor. I guess she also does this thing where she does stuff online and she plays games. She's been trying to teach me, but Dungeons and Dragons does not sound nearly as cool as Dungeons and Dinosaurs. Where's that game? You can find her on a thing called Twitter and on a thing called Twitch. I don't care. I'm gonna go eat gushers because I'm grounded.
Oh.
So unfair. God. Bye. That's it.
Welcome to Tales from the Get Dragged. That was beautiful.
Peggy would play Dungeons and Dinosaurs.
She would.
She would.
She would find a way.
She's also really intense, so I tried to channel that.
Honestly,
right from the high.
I thought you just duplicated Forrest's video, and I was like, what is going on? That was crazy.
That's it for the show. Thank you so much for coming by and watching
Bye,
us.
everyone.
Thanks, VOD viewers.
Thank you. Yeah, shout out to all the
Thank
people who
you,
catch
too.
us offline and on YouTube. You're all magnificent, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Till next time.